One of the people I was especially eager to meet and talk with out here in Hollywood at this NBC Film Festival is our guest, Joan Blondell, who is going to be in the new NBC series Banyon. Miss Blondell, what kind of a person are you playing in Banyon?
Well, I think, playing myself quite a bit in Banyan. I run a secretarial school, and I'm a great pal of Banyan, who is Robert Forrester, as you know, and he's a detective. And I run the secretarial school next to his office, and I train the girls, and I send them a new girl each week as an apprentice, and I don't charge them anything for the services, and they learn through experience on each different case that he has each week. Some of them are little dummies, some of them are beautiful, some of them have great talent. They're doing a magnificent job of casting these girls, and some of them inadvertently help him solve the case. Why I think it's a series that I'm going to love doing, and I am loving it, is that it's in the 30s. The styles and the cars and the girls look so darling with their hair flipped up and the cute little made on the bias dresses, they're just darling.
How are you going to be costumed? And how
Well,
will
the
your hair-
30s, except for my age now, 30s. But the girls that are young and beautiful, they look just darling in those clothes. They really do. And the cars, the furniture, our language, the scripts are beautifully written, concisely, beautifully written, and they use the manner of speaking that they used in the 30s.
I really don't know what some of those expressions are, but I suppose they will be very familiar. They probably have continued some
Well,
of them
if
through the
they're
years.
not familiar to you now, naturally you wouldn't know about it, or anyone your age, but I think the kids will kind of pick it up because it's fun.
Yeah. Now, there's one, though, that has been around a long time, like Skidoo. Isn't it something about Skidoo or...
I don't really know, dear.
I don't know. I'm trying to draw from some 30-ish movies, and my memory isn't doing too
movies,
well
yeah.
at this stage. Talking about the 30s, must take you back to some other years of your career, Miss Blondell, when you were working with people like Bette Davis and Jimmy
Yes.
Cagney. And now, Bette Davis, we've always read and heard, is such a spirited lady, and I've interviewed her and just loved her. But would you ever at times get in arguments with these people? I mean, when you have so many spirited people around, like Bette Davis, did you ever have an argument with
Oh,
her?
never, because I have such great admiration for Bette Davis. She was a fighter of for good roles, something that a great many of us didn't do. But right from the very beginning, she was feisty, and she was determined that she was going to play decent roles and not the silly little stuff that she was forced to take, being under contract, as we all were. I didn't fight for it, but she did. And look how beautifully it turned out. As of this minute, she is still a great star, and she's done so many important pictures that how could I but burst with admiration for her?
But
So there
you-
was nothing ever that we fought about or could possibly fight about. We worked together in pictures. We were all like one family, truly, and we all had great fondness for each other. Everybody was helpful to each other, and it had to be like a family because we were there every day of our lives. We were under contract. We were protected. It was like going home to your family every day we went to work.
And you worked with Jimmy Cagney from almost the beginning of his career. Was he always kind of playing Jimmy Cagney, or was
No,
that
not
come-
at all. He's quite different off screen, completely different. He's very soft-spoken. Sometimes you can hardly hear him. He also is magnificently graceful. He studied ballet in his youth, and he's a magnificent ballet dancer. And he's a very intelligent guy. He's very serious-minded.
Do you see him much
And
anymore?
no, not at all. I haven't seen him for since he retired, which is about 15 years. But he decided to stop at the height of his career and to do what he wanted to do, and that was paint. He is a beautiful artist, and he has for a hobby trotting horses, and he has a beautiful country place in Martha's Vineyard and other places. He travels when he wants to. So he quit right at the top of his career.